It's a useful tool, I think, to have a laptop, especially when you're quoting from the Quran and you don't want to make mistakes. You want to be able to say the right things. Christians talk of saving souls by belief Jesus was the begotten Son of God who died for their sins. Not actually true. What they're really trying to attempt to do is to win souls by witchcraft and illusions and blasphemies against God, by not resting at night because they continue to think of winning and to feed on the blood of humans. They sell their souls by trying to innovate upon the words of Son of David. To them it is gold, to us there is water. To them it is the price of souls to sell to the highest innovating lie, based upon the words of Messiah, Son of David, who wrote the history. The fact they use the word to save is connotation of the soul, and connotation of the soul already implies that they want to buy you out to the highest value of gold. What in the work one does to achieve the instance of victory rather than the compulsion of seduction and compelling people to react loud to lying non-mathematically rational linguistics which shows the prevalence of ignorance rather than knowledge. The heavens and the earth are full of proofs for those who believe, as the Quran tells us. There is no accident, there are miracles. The fact that the centre of the earth is Mecca, and here we find a sacred mosque built by Abraham and Ismail, where pilgrims go to walk around the cube-shaped building 7 times, as well as fulfill the knolls of Safa and Marwa 7 times, and to try to get as close to God as one possibly could. By not mentioning others in his court, and to seek repentance, and to read Quranic verses and surahs, and to speak the extolling of God's attributes, and to come with a clean heart. I did not intend to go on pilgrimage for the sake of health or wealth, but to seek God's blessings and to know God knows, whereas we do not know, and that He would know what is right and best for me at what time, and by remaining faithful and believing and devoted to God alone through the Quran. God said He created you to work hard to redeem your souls. Whereas these white supremacists only lie and cheat and blaspheme and only have linguistics to which to sell their souls. In other words, by observing they can try to tyrannize the timeline. They only use the word save because they are trying to win your soul rather than actually trying to save your soul. How come there is such decadence, depravity and corruption and evil spread through these Christians who do not work hard to redeem their souls but do not rest in trying to win your soul, who carries the weight of sin? In fact, oh no, that's why I hear pop-ups. Go away, pop-up. In fact, the whole Christian ideology is based upon the evil linguistics and ignorance and polytheism, and one must not take the bait by seeking God alone, and to ask yourself, how many people in the history have claimed to be messengers of God to this day, and how many were rejected or killed? Or the only messenger which was alive was Qadian, who came during the British colonialism of India and tried to spread evil and divide the Muslims further with Wahhabism and Ahmadis. All messengers and prophets have been rejected. The last one before me was Rashid Khalifa, who wasn't killed by a Muslim like the ugly black Wahhabian YouTube tried to say, but one of his own kind, an Afro-American, killed Rashid. But Rashid joined the ranks of the martyrs, and if those who when told they will be resurrected after they die, and then go on to say bring back our forefathers, inshallah God can resurrect the dead, and He would rather bring back the martyrs to fight those who think they can kill the Messiah, Son of David. How many are claimed to be messengers and prophets truthfully, and what is their response? Inshallah God controls everything, and to God belongs everything, and everything is in accordance with God's will. La ilaha illallah, la quwwata illa billah, hasbi Allah. That was just to get me going, you know, but it was a bit broken and disjointed writing, that was. Since when have doctors or the mental health system ever known what is the right medication, what is the right dose, what interval should be administered, and what should be the first medicine to be administered, and why one cannot be offered an injection or a depot instead of oral meds, and become ritualistic about your medication, more so than to live, but to become an experiment of misery. But every day one has to arrest and intervene in the body's mechanism of survival by administering low levels of poison in order to avoid a situation where it drives once someone withdraws from the force drugging with the doctors are able to achieve. I think 5 years of medical training makes doctors think life in detention is nothing in comparison, and is their way of job satisfaction, where they have toys and experiments in which they try to create a permanent disorder via devotionalization towards medication to strict white supremacy, evil engineered drugs, an equal opportunity trained individual who lack soul and claim God's kingdom there is a real evil. Because as we are well aware, Freemasons, Zionists and Illuminati believe money is the root of all evil and to profit from evil. Yet most of you lot are too far into deceiving your own lives, rejection of the one and untruth which is La ilaha illallah, and instead claim there can be another God with God. Instead of loving God and in submission to God alone, they are trying to win souls and in arrogance to the one God by lying with words such as saving souls, irrational, non-mathematically logical, ridiculous and failures who think their linguistics is so powerful, so seductive, so interesting, and they are just plain lies and nonsense. Such as Christians are trying to save souls. No, they are not. They are trying to win souls so that you become polytheist, blaspheme and turn arrogant. I have a degree from one of the top universities in the UK. I studied history and politics of the Middle East with Arabic. Yet by God's will I was sectioned, diagnosed paranoid schizophrenic after I attempted to stab a nurse who came to the house. After they had changed the medication 3 times in 1 month due to severe side effects. That was in 2004 and now in 2012. I've been married for nearly 4 years, expecting my first child, just returned from 19-day pilgrimage to Makkah and Medina, and on once every 3 week injection of Clipixol, which is overdue by 7 days. And all I care to talk about is please can I come off this medication, because years disappear and time keeps passing by and I'm never myself, just an animal in an experiment. That never allows me to come off. I've not find an alternative. I've never been allowed to see a psychologist. And doctors don't know what they are doing, and in every case it's individual, and you're a sole survivor or another victim of blood-sucking vampires trying to feed on the blood of humans by trying to win souls rather than love God. I have a few sites on the internet, mashallah. Submit.co.uk, 12-3.co.uk, zunkaname.co.uk, twohorns.co.uk, paulers.co.uk, aldukan.com. And my music can be found on submit.com. Sorry, no, don't matter. Anyway, I wanted to say some things. I wanted to say some things about my experiences. You know, I've been since 2002. I've been deemed mentally unwell. I was arrested in Durham for driving and doing a wrong manoeuvre, and since then, I'm making observations about the police force. Just observations, really. It didn't have to be true or not true, but they were my observations, and I was just making observations as I was going along. And deemed me mentally unwell and sectioned me and put me in mental hospital for a month. They injected me with Accuphase twice, and and then the next day I was transferred to Bradford, which is my hometown. And this consultant let me go home the next morning, following morning, because I had graduated, and he thought it was just a one-off occasion or not something that will happen all the time. But then again, they started forcing me to take the medication again. My family was saying you got to take your medication. Everyone was saying you got to take your medication, but the feeling was so bad. so brutal, so agonizing, so torturing, and evil, pain, and disgusting feelings. Not disgusting feeling, but just agonizing pain. It was just like torture almost, and I was very sensitive to it, and I had a arrest. That's what they call it in medical terms. What happened was, as a side effect to the haloperidol and whatever it was, my neck went like this, and I was like this, like that, and I couldn't breathe. I was choking. It was as if Darth Vader had got a grip on me, and